F double R, F double R, F double R, F double R. Gotta bring that energy. Gotta bring that energy. What's going on, family and friends? We are your two hosts. I'm Bralik.
And now I'm formal.
And welcome back to FRR Friend Request Reviews, where friends request friends to watch Breaking Bad Season 4, Episode 12, titled End Times. 2 episodes left. I can't wait to get into these last 2 episodes. So, Formal, how you feel going into this next episode?
I'm feeling chaotic, man. That last episode was crazy. It ended crazy. The whole from start to finish was pretty crazy. And with a title like End Times for an episode before the finale,
Ooh.
I can't even imagine what could pop off. I'm really interested though to see where Walt's survival I guess instincts are gonna, how far is he gonna go to keep his family protected? Because I remember he said, right, his family, Jesse and himself, and I remember we kind of spoke about how those were like his prioritization levels.
Yep.
But now I don't know if that's the same, right? And then how far is Walt willing to go to save himself and Hank and everyone else? Like, is he gonna start dropping names and stuff like that? Like, is this the Walt that we? Yeah, like, so I'm ready, man. I'm feeling chaotic. Like I said, that last episode was crazy. So let's go.
We're not gonna hold you any longer. We're just gonna dive right into this episode. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and also don't forget to subscribe. The goal is 1K, and the only way we can get there is if you smash that like button. While you at it, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's go.
End times.
It's gonna be Walter White the whole episode. I ain't gonna see no Heisenberg. All right.
Okay, starting off with some SUV.
Yeah, it's all black vehicle.
You know it.
Skylar. Skylar.
What?
I'm not going. I'm not going to Hank and Marie's. I'm not going anywhere.
But you said we're in danger.
Yes. No one will be safe at Hank's if I'm there.
Walt, it's the DEA.
Exactly.
Skylar, you don't know these people.
For real though. The furthest you made it to was Saul, like, and you even see none of his dirt for real. You like
I'll
this?
talk to Hank. You just back me up with everyone else.
There's got to be another way.
There isn't. There was.
Damn. He should have said there was 600,000 other ways.
Till you can work this out.
Never again, shorty. I blew it. You already said too much, bro. You ratted. You're done.
Holder, thank you so much.
I've got a car wash to run. I mean, you don't honestly believe that I'm in danger, do you? Me?
Ah, please. The whole thing's just a giant jerk off.
Yeah, but
Hank said they couldn't take me the first time. They ain't gonna take me this time, baby.
Freaking Marie panicking.
You know how you got the snubby? He out there with the 5-piece biscuit again. Get a chopper.
And same answer.
Well, actually, the degrees of his spin in his wrist is gonna land the gun on the same position because of the trajectory of the. No, it's fine. There we go. See, he spun a little harder this time. That's all. He just had to change the. Yeah, I'm squinting too. What you see over there? What was significant about that?
He's gonna risk his life over a stupid car wash? Does he even understand what's going on?
That shit
with
paid
that
for
guy?
your
Come
PT
when he's
cruiser.
able.
That's pathetic.
Well, you know, Hank, we wouldn't even be arguing about this if you and Steve would just make him come. Why didn't your people put him in the car?
Because it's not Nazi Germany.
And because Hank knows for real, low key, he at least getting closer to knowing the truth.
This whole thing's just a damn smokescreen.
How do you mean a smoke screen?
Well, with an anonymous threat against me, I'm stuck in a wheelchair. I'm not even on the job. I started looking into freeing me. And also,
Wait
I'm
a
on
minute.
lockdown for my own protection.
Did you say what?
From the chicken restaurant?
Hank, what are you talking about?
Don't sigh, bro. You should have rolled your ass to the next room with that. You didn't even try to whisper it.
For the biggest meth distributor in the Southwest.
Oh my God.
The fact is that the scumbags that hit you first were Mexican cartel, not some German multinational whatever, and definitely not Colonel Sanders. Now, if we even have...
They still saying the stupid shit.
Proof, man. They need proof.
Remember that laundry I told you about? I'd start there. It's
Nah.
a perfect spot for a meth super lab.
Hank said exactly what he was supposed to. Ain't that what you get paid? Hank doing that shit for free. Connecting dots.
Give me a search warrant.
Search warrant? What happened to good old-fashioned knock and talk? Oh, that's right. I forgot. You were never very good at those words.
Some bad blood.
You were never really good at those.
Coming out there with them big ass pants on.
For real.
Can I help you? Yes, sir. We were just wondering if we could take a look around. His story is a big load of steaming horseshit. I mean, we're gonna find heroin here like we're gonna find Jimmy Hoffa. Is that this chef's daddy is a United States senator?
My boy weaving all types of stories to get in there.
It's my time checking out this burger flipper story, and if I don't, his old man's gonna jam me up, my ASAC, my whole entire office. Okay? Could you tell him? Okay. Okay.
That's crazy. You said just us two.
Oh, and Dennis, can you put out some of your people for us? Confuses the dog's nose.
I mean, I guess we about to see how good that air filtration system is, man. If the dog can't even pick it up. That's the special one. You ain't pick it up. You picked it. Your detective instincts kicked in for a second. And then you let him go away because you biased. I saw that look he made.
Hello. For you. Do you know what's happening upstairs?
I have a pretty good idea.
Still trying to work through. Still trying to work you, Jesse. Still trying to work him.
You know, I get it. The guy's a complete and total dick, but I can't. I'm not signing off.
Something final. I'm gonna destroy his family.
There will be an appropriate response.
Appropriate? What does that mean?
You know, every time Gus say something, we don't see it till the next episode. So that response will just sit in our minds for the rest of the day. That's how they doing it these days?
Yeah, but you remember Walt had to go through the basket. They said, "Nah, we ain't gotta do Jesse dirty like that." Little.
Man, you get him a nice little comfy in the back. Probably got a couch back there. Dreamcast. Oh, 6 from Saul.
Pinkman, get
All
over
right,
here.
3 out of 6.
Pronto. Don't call, just get over here. Would you just please?
Stop. He's waiting for me, yo.
Hold up, hold up.
Dang, boy, you work for Gus now. That's your reputation.
Hey, yo, get your goon off of me. Moron, drop, leave it. Go lie down.
So, what's so
It's all
important?
disrespectful.
Well, they're here.
Honey tits.
The end times, kid. End times. You want your money, don't you? You haven't talked to your partner, have you? All I know is when he tells me that your employer took him out in the desert and threatened to murder his entire family, I sit up and take notice because, hey, after all, what am I if not family?
I respect that.
Hey, listen, do me a favor.
Uh-oh.
Would you put in a good
Jesse
word for
don't
me
like
with Frank? I mean, just for old time's sake.
Okay. What Jesse gonna do with that information? He looking at them pictures, cause you know Steve ain't gonna. He ain't gonna do thorough job. Hey. You'll see it.
That's the look on my face when I be editing.
That boy got his phone off. Getting that one ring voicemail. Dang, Skylar don't even know about Ted yet. Because they were supposed to call her, but freaking Walt busted into the room.
Yep. She does not know.
thinking about. You gonna call Gus?
Hey. What's wrong with him?
Andrea?
How's he doing? Tell me what's going on.
The doctors, they don't know what it is exactly. It's like he's got the flu.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Tell you what?
He got into that box of cigarettes, man.
Go. I'll be out here if you need me. Go.
That rice and cigarette. Yep. That's it. He was carrying that stupid cigarette around for Walt, man. Ben said that was a dumbass idea. Should have got rid of that shit. But Jesse can't deal with shit like this right now, especially if that kid dies. You see it, right? Ain't no flip cigarette in there, buddy. Yep. You his role model, man. He look up to you. You smoke, he smokes. Why not?
I'm thinking Rock may have been poisoned. Okay. Rice.
Exactly.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Can't implicate yourself.
Jesse!
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen. Just
Tell
tell
them.
them,
Okay,
please.
now, just do it.
They killed the hell out that noise. That shit had me thinking my computer was messed up. Like, they ended that shit ASAP. He's still sitting there with the 5-piece biscuit with his phone off in the dark. Oh, man.
What do you want?
Man got the table at the door.
I don't know what you're thinking coming here.
He looked like he disgusted by this.
Do you even know what's happening? They threatened my family, and not just Hank. My wife, my children.
Yeah, you better cry. I thought he was about to start spazzing on Jesse. Like you better relax, bro.
I don't.
I hate seeing Walt like this, though, even though he deserved it.
How?
What Jesse about to do? What? He really gonna point the snubby at him?
What are you doing?
He blames him.
You tell me what it is you think I did.
Brock. Why did you poison him?
Who's Brock?
You saw him in my living room just last night.
No, wait a minute. Maybe he went into your pockets and...
No! I had it. I had the cigarette with the rice in my pack this morning.
That's crazy that he could even think.
Why?
Like, what?
Why? God.
Exactly. Like, why?
As much of a dick Walt is, like, really?
Because I'm helping Gus. And this is your way of ripping my heart out before you're dead and gone. Shut up!
Another fight?
Why?
Yeah. Push you over the edge. Dang, I was about to be like, oh, this is an end talk topic right here. They about to answer it right now. They about to get into it already.
Jesse, who do you know? Who's allowed children to be murdered? Gus! He has been 10 steps ahead of me at every turn. But he manipulated you into pulling the trigger for him.
Only you and I knew about the rice.
No! You don't even believe that! Think about it!
Like, Gail.
It's brilliant. If you think that I am capable of doing this, then go ahead. Put a bullet in my head and kill me right
That's
now.
a brave boy right there. Them revolvers be having them inchy trigger fingers, boy. You lucky. He pressed the L out that
For
show.
real, Mr. Manhattan out here.
Look at Walt. He think he a OG for surviving this encounter. Motherfucker, you knew Jesse wasn't gonna shoot your bitch ass.
I'm going to do this one way or another, Mr. White.
Then let me help.
For real.
Okay, the dynamic duo.
For real. Pinky in the
Finally.
brain head ass motherfuckers now.
Finally. But can we get the ricing cure though? Did that work? Just letting them know what it was good enough. The doctors they got it handled. The pediatricians.
Hey.
Tyrus.
I'm not leaving here. If my employer has a problem with that, he can tell me himself. Not his errand boy.
Ooh.
How you feel about that?
Called
Tyrus?
you a errand boy.
Shit. Hey, I don't know this guy. Call security. I'm being attacked.
That's fucked up.
For
They
real.
never used to do this to Mike, bruh.
I
I'm feeling
mean-
some type of way. Feeling some type of way that they keep doing it to the brother. Like, they call the cops on him. Now they, like, I'm just saying. Man. It's too real, like I said. Breaking bad. It's too real. But yeah, they wildin'. So what's happening? What's happening? What we creating here?
You know, Walt going
The
to
biggest
work.
pot of ricin ever? Or the biggest alchemy? Are we finally back to real alchemy? Like, this fool trying to create some Home Alone booby traps at the crib. Alright, relax. I was gonna say, relax, man. Give it a second. Got some work, you know, a little extra work put into it. My man out here making IEDs and shit, though.
Return when you're done.
I can't. That little boy upstairs is dying.
Yep.
I can recommend doctors. Make sure he gets whatever he needs.
He was poisoned.
How did that happen? This current badge is surely ruined now, correct? Stay with the boy.
Yep.
Gus be out here playing chess the Queen's Gambit way. Look at Ward. He really out here doing some stakeouts he done learned from Hank. Okay, he testing out the ID. Or not even testing out, he put it in play. He done testing. Okay, Gus senses something, it seems like.
Keep going.
Duck.
Why'd you stop? Come on.
Yep, you blew it. Terrible spot, bro. You should be way higher. He's like literally level with the freaking parking garage. Gus been in the game too long, man. That boy came upstairs and just had a feeling like they're playing. Come on. Like, you missed him.
No, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go.
My boy really up there with the diaper bag and shit. So what's the play? You wanna go
The
home?
place to end it.
Was that a full hour? No
Yes.
way, man. Yo, no way.
Alright, there we have it. Episode 12 is in the books. This one, you know, to me doesn't hold a candle to the last episode, but it's still a lot of things going on here. How you feel about this episode here, Former?
I agree. I think it's hard to, you know, compare to the last. Like,
Exactly.
But I do recall you was like, we gotta watch 10 and 11, or
10 and 11,
10 and 11, and
12 and 13 together.
back to back.
Yeah.
And we only watched 10, and then we came and watched 11 and 12.
Yep.
So that's probably what's going on. We probably gotta watch 12 and 13, because honestly, with a title like End Times, I was like, this is a freaking finale. It has to be. So they probably was just like, we gonna break this finale into 2 parts. But I still feel good though. There was still some good things happening. Definitely a little slower pace, a lot of dialogue. I was freaking zoned out. I didn't even realize the episode was over. Like, I thought we only been watching it for like 20 minutes. So let's hop in. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. So first, I would say the first thing, when it first opened up and I saw the DEA at Walt's crib, I was worried. I was really worried because my prediction if y'all watch those when we first started, I was just like, how far will Walt go to protect his family? So I honestly thought that Walt really just started snitching already, and that's why the DEA was over at his crib as well. But I think it comes down to Marie just being overprotective and you know, trying to snatch up the whole family, because if Hank's in danger, then everybody's in danger. So that was kind of cool, because I was just like, damn, if Walt just flipped like that off camera at that would kind of suck. I don't think Breaking Bad really plays like that. So kind of glad that wasn't the case. But it's just kind of crazy though, because Walt decides not to go. I still feel like there's just a little voice in the back of my mind, and maybe there's a voice in the back of Hank's mind too, that's telling him that Walt is connected, and the bias of him being family and shit like that is what's holding it back. But I'm just like, bro, how is Hank not putting this together yet? Like the things that he puts together make so much sense that it infuriates me that the rest of the DA doesn't understand it. But then it's like this one thing, this one missing piece that you like, it's right in your face all the time under your nose, and yet you can't put this together. It's just like, holy shit. But I really think it's the bias that comes in, and that's the reason why. But I really did, you know, I did like the fact that Walt didn't go, because the reason why he didn't want to go is essentially he kind of, you know, he understood the assignment. He told Skyler, like, this is all because of me anyways, like, and he didn't necessarily say I'm not coming back, but he didn't say he was coming back neither. Like, so Walt, I feel like he's at that point where he realizes it's either me or Gus, and it can't be any other way. Like, I won't let it be any other way. I'm not gonna let this man kill my family, friends, nothing like that. It's either me or him. So I thought that was cool. That was really impactful. And then what came from that, from those scenes was, you know, Hank letting Steve know that you need to go look into this laundromat, because Hank still, you know, he still don't got his little van. I think it said it'll take like a week to get there. So he probably still got a couple of days to wait. So he told Steve, you know, you go do it. You got the actual DEA, so you the one who can get the warrants and stuff like that, and try to knock it out. Of course, they went without the warrant, which was a good way to go. Try to keep, you know, things under wraps and quiet. And they found nothing. They found nothing. Which is unfortunate, because I think the way the laundromat is set up, I don't think the average person would be able to find anything anyways. But I do also feel like there's bias on Steve's end, because, you know, just how much he's been saying Hank's been reaching and shit like that, Steve and his boss. Like, I feel like they not taking any of this serious anyways. Like, so, like, there was no, if there were any like special tricks that DEA have under their, you know, in their book, where like, hey, this is how a search goes, but if you don't find anything, try this as well, kind of thing. Like, if that existed, Steve completely threw that out. He just did his simple search and was like, ain't nothing here, it's time to go. One thing I do like, though, is that he gave the pictures and stuff to Hank. So hopefully Hank can try to dissect it. Maybe he'll see like a hydraulic connected to the machine or something, like, why does this have that and no other machine has it? Because the laundromat, the lab is under all of that. So, you know, maybe something like that will come from that. Within that scene as well was kind of crazy, because Jesse and Tyrus were under the floor the whole time. And what Gus decides to do is to try to use the DEA coming to raid the laundromat as like an incentive for Jesse to make that switch, right? And handle Walt. And this is fire. This is the fire, and this that comes in with the Breaking Bad writing that everyone loves so much. So Jesse tells Gus during the same conversation, like, whatever, it is what it is, but you still don't have my approval to kill Walt. Like, I'm not gonna let it happen. And Gus, in perfectly Gus fashion, didn't say nothing but 3 words or 2 maybe. He said probably like 4. It was a sentence, all right? He said the appropriate response is the appropriate response, or some shit like, this will receive the appropriate response, something along those lines. And I'm just like, okay, shit, somebody's getting whacked, bro. Like, because I still don't see Skyler. I really don't see them killing a baby. Ain't no telling, but yeah, I don't see Flynn, Skyler, or Hank going just yet. So I'm just like, yo, Maria's up on a chopping block. Like, I'm thinking that's the appropriate response. Like,
really?
But yeah, because I'm just like, I'm thinking this is, you know, he's gonna respond to directly affect Walt. Well, I guess the response does directly affect Walt, but just not in a way that I was assuming at the time. Exactly. I'm thinking he's just gonna go clip somebody. But really, what the response was that ricin'. or that poison. So that is that was crazy. But we're gonna get back to that. So,
yes, we are.
Freaking after all that, I think another scene that I want to jump into is Jesse checking his voicemails and stuff. Well, first he tries to call Walt. Everybody's been trying to call Walt all episodes. It's going straight to voicemail. Jesse tries to do that as well. Nothing happens, and then he listens to his own voicemail, and Saul is blowing him up. Freaking, he goes to see Saul. Saul's panicking, trying to get everything up out of there, and starts telling Jesse, I wouldn't say more than he should know, because I feel like Jesse should still know, like him, because like even Saul still calls Jesse and Walt partners and stuff like that. And even when he calls them partners, they don't disagree with that sentiment neither, right? So I think it was okay for Saul to kind of spill some of those beans, but Jesse had no idea. So it was impactful. Like it was just like, oh shit, like here's a wake up call. Walt got pulled out to the desert, threatened his family. I'm trying to get my ass out of here. Here's your money, like, and please tell Gus I'm sorry, basically. Like, so that was a real cool scene, because I kind of feel like Saul, and maybe I don't know if it was from the beginning of this season. But I do feel like maybe season four. I feel like Saul was a little bit more scarce than he was in season 3. Like he had his scenes and they were there for what they were there, but like season 3 I feel like was more of like introducing him and getting us all ready, and you know, a lot more fun. So it's always good to kind of see Saul and see him go through the types of things he's going through, because at the end of the day, he's still one of those interesting. He's like the Tate of Breaking Bad for me. Like he's one of them characters where you're just like, this dude is interesting. Every time he's on the screen, I'm listening and I'm hearing it, and I kind of want to know more about his backstory. So I wouldn't mind if we did. So it's, like I said, it's just good to see Saul and see kind of how his mindset is moving. But that basically, you know, kind of lights a little bit of fire under Jesse's butt, and you know, trying to get him to figure out like what the hell is really going on, because I've been telling Gus not to mess with Walt like that. But unfortunately, before Jesse can actually go confront Walt, he gets the call from Andrea instead. Tell him to come to the hospital because Brock is freaking poisoned. So Brock is sick. He didn't even know what was going on yet. Brock is just in the hospital. So he goes in, finds out that they don't know what the hell is going on. I'm already starting to put 2 and 2 together, because I'm just like, Walt told him, when you get the ricin, you'll be good. And then a day or two later, it's just game over. Brock is significantly younger than Gus, significantly smaller and all of that. So I'm pretty sure all of that is into account. So a kid Brock's age probably only has like a day on that ricin. So you know, shit is hectic. Like they had to get him in the hospital, and Jesse is tripping out because he's like, where's my cigarette? Where's the ricin? Who poisoned Brock? Now this is what I really liked about this episode, because I'm thinking that we've been seeing Jesse on a high note for quite some time, and what they love to do is make Jesse go through his highs and lows. So I'm thinking that Jesse was gonna guilt trip himself. I honestly thought that Brock accidentally found that cigarette and smoked it. Oh, okay. And Jesse was gonna guilt trip himself, maybe into, you know, doing drugs again, losing Andrea, and you know, just the typical Jesse things that we've seen. But instead, it fires under his ass where he's like, "This is Walt's doing." I honestly did not see that coming, because I didn't put that together. I'm like, what? Why would he have to do it?
Jesse's smart.
It was good though. Like this was beautiful, because boom, he goes over to Walt and presses him about the cigarette, and is like, why would you try to kill him? And even during this scene, I'm still like, what? Like, why would you think Walt would do that? And I'm like, but if it isn't Walt, and if it wasn't by accident, then who did do it? Like, so it took me a second to really be like, oh, that's who Gus needs to. And then boom, Walt come out like, this is what it is. Gus did it. How else can he get your allegiance? This is beautiful, because Gus really be playing chess on these boys. Like, because I was not putting it together for a second. Like, I'm usually a little bit quicker than that. But freaking this scene was fire, because, you know, Jesse got the gun to his head. We always think about how Jesse really isn't as much of a bad boy as he claims he is. And, you know, when he killed Gail, the PTSD he had to deal with that, like playing Rage, and when he got in the shootout in Mexico, like all of that was just flashing back. So seeing him point that gun at Walt and, you know, tearing up, getting all cherry head, airheaded, like you could tell like that. Even if Walt did do it, like could Jesse take that shot? Like, I don't know. Like,
it's a good question.
And you feel me? Like, and that scene still got me. Like, I don't know if Jesse really could take that shot. Like, him and Walt's relationship is so complicated and unique, and it's just insane. Like, so I really love that house scene. That was dope, because I'm just like, damn, here goes fight number 3. Like, but it wasn't much of a tussle.
Nope.
But it was a conversation that needed to be had, because the dynamic duo is back. They freaking realize we have to work together. We have literally been playing cat dog this whole time. We're two in the same, but we're running in separate directions. Like, what the hell? We got to get out of this, and we need each other to do it. So I really love that finally happened, because we only got 1 season left, and I kept asking, like, yo, it looks like their relationship's getting worse. How the hell, and what is going to make it get better? And this is it. This is the end of times, baby. The end of days. Arnold Schwarzenegger's here. So we here. And freaking, so yeah, so, you know, that scene happens. Jesse's like, I'm not going to go cook. I'm going to go back to the hospital, hang out with Andrea as much as possible. Or at least, just, you know, just be there for Brock. And this was dope. While Jesse's over there hanging out with Andrea, Walt is out there creating IEDs, if y'all don't know what that is, improvised explosive devices. And he's just, you know, trying to find his way out by ending Gus. So we get to the hospital. Jesse and Tyrus back and forth, whatever, come to work. Jesse saying no, I'll talk to Gus myself. You know, we love when Jesse puts on the big boy pants, and Gus comes out to speak to him. Yeah. I wasn't even gonna slide that. I'm tired of it already. They do be doing Tyrus dirty though. Then called the cops on them, then said, I'm a stranger danger. They always do that. But yeah, so Gus comes and actually talks to Jesse, and this is the crazy thing, right? So this is the whole chess movement, but this is, damn son.
Good, let's go.
Jesse knows the plan now that him and Walt talked it out. So he has to keep the emotions in, because he is a little bit of a hothead. You see, he wanted to walk out the door and go take care of Gus right then and there. So you got to keep the emotions in while also listening to the bullshit. But it's so beautiful though, because Gus's bullshit is just so good. Like, this motherfucker is, you know, he basically sitting there acting like he don't know what's going on, and then offers to provide the top health care possible for the kid to continue trying to hammer in that nail of Walt is your enemy, not me. Like, and that is just so fire. Like, really, I don't know why, bro. Like, it's just so fire how Gus really, he got so much pull in so many places, man. Networking is key. That man got so many. Yeah, so I really love that, because I knew Jesse would be able to hold it in, but I can't imagine how hard that had to be for him. Like, because, you know, he could be on his stuff sometimes. So I thought that was really, really powerful. And then after that, I actually wasn't expecting the IED to be ready to go already. But yeah, freaking Walt, man, across the parking complex, ready for Gus to come back to the car and freaking blow him to smithereens. So, but how did Walt know Gus was there at that moment? Was he following Gus, or did Jesse tell him that I'm gonna be meeting Gus today?
I'm not.
You don't know?
From the commenters, you know, I'm not obliged to help you in any way possible.
Damn, did I miss that?
No, I don't think you missed anything like that. I don't think they mentioned that. They just mentioned, you know, they just kind of went into it.
And yeah, that's how I feel, because I'm like, how the hell did Walt know exactly when Gus was gonna lay? That timing, either he was following them or Jesse sent them a text or something. But yeah, but anyways, Gus, he had the little Walt had the little vantage spot, watching the parking lot. He got the IED, I guess somewhere in the vehicle, and he's hoping to take Gus out. But I don't know, freaking cartel intuition, just been in the game for too long or whatever. But Gus, he just wasn't feeling it. And the thing that I really liked about this scene, which is also a thing that I dislike about this scene, is that when they walked away, I have no idea where they went. Did they leave by bus or cab or Uber or something? Or did they just go back in the hospital for a couple hours? And hang out with Jesse some more or something. Like I hate when the answers aren't questions, but I love it too because that's how you create speculation. You can start making up your own shit, trying to figure it out. But I just thought that was crazy because I'm just like, I guess Walt can kind of just stay up there and wait till they come back. But if they left by like Uber or bus, then nah, you know, mission abort. And then is Gus ever gonna even go back to get that station wagon? Like, so it's some interesting things from that play that haven't completely unraveled. So yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Great episode. I know. Yeah, I know.
What else happened?
Listen, I hope y'all tuning into these end talks, yo. For real. Because this is where this is where it goes down, all right? This is where it goes down, for real. These end talks right here is where it's at. If I was a person watching a reaction and I seen and I heard everything you just said in this end talk, I would just be super excited for you to get into the season finale. I swear to God, I'll be hyped as shit. Like, yo, this is where it's at. But I think you hit all the points in the episode. I think we're just gonna get straight into what would you score this episode.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do it to y'all. I'm gonna have to do it to y'all because last episode was too fire. So I can't give this one no 10. But this shit could easily get like a 9, like an 8.5, 9. Because I like this shit. It's getting too good.
It is.
The end talk, when we drag the end talk, that's how you know I'm gonna give it a high score. Like,
yeah,
on it.
But yeah, like I said, he had some moments there in part of the episodes where he didn't speak at all, and that's because he was just he was locked in. I forgive my man for that. I'm sorry if the reaction part is a little smaller than usual, but I'm gonna try my best here because the man didn't talk that much this episode. But yeah, man, I think we're gonna end it here, man. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Comment down below. Let us know what's your favorite part of this episode. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. FRR out.
See you on the finale.
Yes, sir.